What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 most worn shoes by minutes played in the NBA in the month of November, and we're going to get straight into it with number 10, which is the Adidas Harden Volume 8, which was used for 3,064 minutes. By the way, if you're wondering where I'm getting all these stats from, they're from Kickstats, so make sure to check out their website for even more detail and more lists of the most worn shoes in the NBA, EuroLeague or WNBA. Back to the Harden Volume 8, they are really nice performers. My one issue with them is that this part here in the midfoot, this EVA sidewall, moves in over the top of your foot, which is exactly where my foot is wide, so that hurts my feet a lot, but I do love the performance. I just can't lace them too tightly. Traction performance is really good. I love the James Harden or the Harden traction pattern here that we have in the middle of the outsole. We have a full-length boost midsole, which performs very well and offers great impact protection while still being low to the ground in the forefoot. The materials are also very nice, apart from, as I already mentioned, the part that hurts my feet. I really love the sock liner here. It's very easy to get your foot in there, and also great if you're playing with ankle braces like I do, and the support is also outstanding. Moving on to number 9 with 3,225 minutes played, it's the Nike KD17. I really love the on-per colorway, and I also love the performance of the other colorways. Traction performance is very solid. This pair has picked up a lot of dust, but that's actually because handball players were on the court before I practiced with them, and they use resin. Cushioning is also a highlight. It's pretty much the same as on the Nike KD16. Air strobel in the heel and Zoom Air in the forefoot. Here you can feel it as well from the start because we have a top-loaded shank plate in the forefoot. It's a little bit stiff, takes some time to break in, but support is also very good. The materials are also nice. They use synthetic materials, very soft, easy to break in, and also nice. They're actually good for wide feet, especially if you have a wide midfoot. Next up is a pair I actually don't have in my collection, the Nike Kobe 8 with 3,427 minutes played. I can't say much about performance, but I do really like the looks of them, and I'm hoping to get a pair soon so that I can also give my performance thoughts on them. Coming in at number 7 is the Air Jordan 39 with 3,504 minutes played. They are pretty expensive with a €200 or dollar retail price. Of course, it doesn't matter to NBA players, as most of them get them for free anyways. They have excellent cushioning, one of the softest setups on the market. We have Zoom Strobel and Zoom X together, which is an insanely nice combination. At the start, they were even a little bit too soft for me, but I'm actually liking them more and more. Of course, also as my season is going on, my legs are getting more and more tired, and then something really nice and soft is a nice contrast to some other shoes I use in games where I prefer lower to the ground shoes. If you're wondering where you can get all of these shoes, I get all my shoes from Kicks. You can find an affiliate link down below in the description box, or just use the code Lucas for a discount. Back to the 39s, they do pick up quite some dust, but traction performance on clean courts is extremely good. The materials are synthetic and a synthetic leather, a mix of these two materials, very soft and comfortable. The big downside to the 39 is torsional support, as they don't have a shank plate and they don't have this X-shaped plate that we had on the Jordan 38s, so I would only recommend using them with an insole. At number 6, we have the Nike Book 1 at 3,714 minutes, and you can see all the shoes right now are still really close together. None of them have gone over 4,000 minutes. It's going to change when we get into the top 5. But as for the Nike Book 1, if you've been following my channel, you probably know that these are my absolute favorite shoe of the year so far. I like the models with the synthetic uppers a little bit more. I have the Sunrise here and the Sunset in the locker room. I always keep like 2 or 3 pairs in the locker room because I just like them so much. Perfect for my playstyle and my needs. Traction performance is really good. They do pick up a little bit of dust, but it's not really a big concern, and they also go well outdoors if you get a pair with a solid rubber outsole. The cushioning setup is what I like most about them. Air Zoom in the heel and Cushlon 3.0 throughout the whole outsole. Great impact protection in the heel and extremely low to the ground in the forefoot, which I love about a basketball shoe. The materials, you can choose from a big array of materials. We have leather, mesh, synthetic leather, everything's in there together, so it's also nice that you have different options for different colorways. And the support features are also good. Now for the first pair in the top 5, we have the Nike Kobe 4 Pro Tour with 4,163 minutes played. So the first pair over 4,000 minutes played in November. I haven't used this pair yet, as you can probably tell, they're brand new, but from what I heard, they're very similar to the Nike Book 1, as the Kobe 4 was Devin Booker's favorite shoe, so the Book 1 was inspired by the Kobe 4. At number 4, we have another Kobe model with 4,606 minutes played. It's the Nike Kobe 5. These are definitely worn. You can see they are pretty beat up already. They actually have like what's happened with a lot of Kobe models. I tried to glue that thing back on, but the upper is moving away from the outsole sadly, so I can't wear them anymore. Just too big of an injury risk, but while I was playing with them, they had amazing performance. Great traction performance, also on dustier courts. Dust pickup is minimal and they really stick to the court. I also really enjoyed the cushioning setup, soft and still relatively low to the ground. Also, they're really lightweight. That's something I love about Kobe's, as I have the feeling a lot of other shoes just don't manage to get the combination of a lightweight, good cushioned and supportive shoe. But almost all the Kobe models do just that. First pair in the top 3 is the Nike GT Cut 3 at 4,694 minutes played, so only a few minutes more than on the Kobe 5. But I also definitely understand why they're in the top 3. An amazing pair, great traction performance, only on clean courts though, but again, that doesn't matter for NBA players. Also the retail price kind of high with 200. Yet again, no matter for NBA players. Cushioning setup is my favorite thing about this shoe. Zoom X foam is absolutely amazing. It does bottom out relatively quickly, but yet again, for NBA players, they can just get another pair for free. Amazing bounce, very soft, great impact protection in the heel and low to the ground in the forefoot. The materials are also insanely lightweight. As you can see, very soft right off the box. The tongue is especially nicely padded and very soft. Kind of feels like there's an air pillow in there. And the support features are good, but also not the best. That's again what's holding them back from being a Kobe, as the support is just not as good as on Kobe's. Everything else they got just right, but just the support is lacking a little bit, especially torsional support. As you can see here in the midfoot, we only have this little plastic shank, which you can see here, and it doesn't do too much for torsional support. At number 2 is another shoe from Nike, as it's the Sabrina 2 at 5,629 minutes. So the first pair over 5,000 minutes played. I definitely also understand why they're so popular. They're great performance, actually also for people on a budget, as they retail for 120, and they have very good traction performance, also okay for dusty courts. I wouldn't take these outdoors as the grooves are very thin and easy to move. The cushioning setup is nice, but they could have more cushioning in the heel for my liking. For a lot of people, it would be just fine. We have Cushion 3.0 for the whole outsole and a Zoom Air unit in the forefoot, which you can really feel, just a tiny little bit maybe. But as I said, a very nice and low to the ground guard shoe. I think that's also why they're so popular in the NBA. Materials are very nice, hardly any break-in time. And what's also really nice about them is that they are wide foot friendly. The support features again are not the best. That's why I like to use them with insoles. I got the Victory insoles in there, but apart from that, a very good performer. And now finally at number 1, you probably guessed it already. It's yet again the Nike Kobe 6 at 10,683 minutes. So really 5,000 minutes more than the second pair on this list, which is a crazy gap, but I understand why they're so popular, as they were also my most worn shoe last season. Amazing traction performance, a great cushioning setup, and very nice materials. I love the insole the most about them, as it confirms to your foot shape. That's just such a cool detail about them. And the support features are also great, as you have a carbon fiber midfoot shank plate and this really prominent heel counter here at the back. With that being said, that's it already for the top 10. Let me know your thoughts on the list. I kind of think that it's a little bit sad that we don't have a pair from Way of Wade, because in my opinion, they still make some of the best hoop shoes on the market and even of all time when we're talking about the Way of Wade 10. So it's kind of sad that they don't have as many athletes representing them in the NBA, so obviously they're not worn as much. Apart from that, I can actually live quite well with the list. I'm also surprised that the AA1 isn't on there, because they're also one hell of a performer, but I kind of feel like Anthony Edwards is really the only guy wearing them. So again, let me know your thoughts on my list. Leave a like, and if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. Have a good one and see you next time.